Okay, so first, mediumship is not reading. We're sort of sitting with spirit. And psychic work is the reading, because we're actually reading for the person in front of us. We're reading their aura, we're reading cards for them, we're reading something for them. When we're working with somebody in the spirit world, we're not reading them. We're sitting and listening, communicating with them and translating with everything that they're giving us telepathically into English to communicate. It's not a reading, it's mediating a conversation, really, is what mediumship is. That's why in England in the college it's called a sitting. We're sitting with the spirit. So that's the first thing. Right. Mm-hmm. The next thing is that there is a subtle difference between psychic information and mediumistic information. And it takes quite a lot of practice and training to identify that and to becoming very, very familiar with your own energy. And I know an exercise that I had to do many times, which was brutal when I was training in the college, was you would have to sit with, you would get two names, a living person and a dead person, connected to the person, your partner you're working with, but you wouldn't know who was who. You wouldn't know which was alive and which one was dead, which one was in spirit and which one was incarnate. But it was remarkable, and this is a fantastic practice. I do recommend it to any of you, if you've got partners to practice with, to try this, is that it is absolutely remarkable how much information you can psychically get about the person who is the name of the person who is alive in physical form. It's phenomenal, the amount of information you can get, for both of them. It's a really, really good practice, because if I'm working now, I'll know, wait, that felt a bit off. I think I might have picked that up myself, which is okay, as long as you can tell the person you're sitting with, wait, that, because they're going to put more weight into what the husband or father or whatever they say, over what you say. It always happens in a sitting that you're going to pick up something psychically. But when you do a lot of these practices, you learn, when did I just pick up something psychically, and when did I get that from dad or whoever? And you can say it to the person, and then, oh, you know what? I think I got that. I picked that up myself. Let me go back to your dad. And it's okay if that happens, once you know it's happened and you can be honest. To me, then it's ethical. You're able to be honest with your sitter. Right. So the more you sit with these exercises and these practices, and you could be working for 10 minutes with the name of the living, getting loads of information, thinking, I'm a fantastic medium. And then you shift over to the other person and you do the same thing. And then you'll notice over time this very subtle difference between the information and the energy that comes from the name of the person who's discarnate and the name of the person who's incarnate. And the only way to know it is to do it, and to do it repeatedly, to do it quite a number of times. And at some point with both, you'll go, wait, this feels a little different from this. And the energy of the person discarnate, because there's an intelligence there, will start to take on more of a life of its own, will start to take on, and it will start, information will start coming to you that just sort of has a little flow to it. Whereas when you're working with the psychic information, sort of jokes, it's a little slower, doesn't have the same vibrancy, but it's very, very subtle. And I recommend to all of you, really, it's a great practice to do with, if you've got partners, or even if you want to do that this evening. It's really a great practice, because what allows you to do is to start to move towards feeling what the essence of a communicator is, as opposed to just picking up facts, picking up the sort of psychic hits that we get as well.